So first thing is I would like to discuss definition of intermolecular forces. So what are intermolecular forces? So intermolecular forces are the forces acting, okay, between the molecule and contribute the attraction and as well as repulsive force. So contribute the force of attraction or and repulsion. So that means two molecules, they are interacting between each other, okay. This interaction is known as intermolecular force, and these contribute the force of either attraction or force of repulsion. Now why these forces is very important? Because why it is important? Number one, these intermolecular forces are found in drug receptor interaction, okay. Then it can be found in stability for suspension and emulsion, okay. Then number three, it is also responsible for secondary, tertiary and the quaternary structure of protein and even nucleic acid, okay. And number four, I can write it is responsible for the internal, you can say internal friction, yeah, responsible for internal friction, which in other way govern the property like viscosity. So that's why the intermolecular forces are very important, okay. Now what are the different types of intermolecular forces? Let us discuss that. So first thing is we want to discuss number one, ionic bond, okay. When you are talking about ionic forces, so ionic forces are very simple. It is the interaction between like one anion and one cation. You can see this is okay. So this is the ionic forces. This is also known as electrostatic force of attraction, okay. It is electrostatic force of attraction because they are coming together and they are forming a kind of interaction. So this kind of interaction also we have seen in drug receptor interaction, and also I have told you also drug excipients interaction. Normally drug excipients do not interact in chemically, okay. That's why their excipients are inert in nature, but they can be influence or they are exist some intermolecular forces in between them. So this is the first thing, ionic forces. Then second thing is ion dipole interaction. What is ion dipole interaction? Now ion dipole interaction is stronger than hydrogen bond but less stronger than ionic forces, okay. Normally ionic bonding its bond strength is 30 to 260 kilocalorie per mole, 30 to 260 kilocalorie per mole, okay. And it can be also written in joule form. Especially these ionic forces are important in lattice formation. Like if you see some crystal structure, ionic sodium chloride, those ionic crystals contain higher energy, okay. So over here then hydrogen bond is much lesser. It is 1 to 12 kilocalorie per mole, which is coming after this hydrogen bonding. So 1 to 12 in kilocalorie per mole, okay. Right, kilocalorie. you can find it out. This also expression in kilojoule per mole. That's also important because sometimes they ask in GPAT kilocalorie per mole, kilojoule per mole. Okay, it is been asking, I think this one of the question asked in 2018 GPAT questions. Okay. Now after that hydrogen iron dipole bond. So iron dipole bond, you have a iron, okay, and you have a dipole like delta minus, delta plus. So this is an iron dipole interaction, and after that you have hydrogen bond. I'm sorry, hydrogen bond. Now hydrogen bonding is extremely important because I have already discussed in my earlier video that hydrogen bonding is between the electronegative atom, like you have nitrogen is an electronegative atom, or maybe oxygen. These are the electronegative atom. Okay, so when they give their lone pair, they are known as hydrogen bond acceptor. Why hydrogen bond acceptor? Because the hydrogen is present in maybe in attached to another electronegative atom. They are forming a bond with this. They are getting attracted towards this electron HX. Okay, so this is known as hydrogen bond donor. Hydrogen bond donor. So in every drug molecule, they have either hydrogen bond donor or hydrogen bond acceptor. We have a special subject known as QSAR. That time in that video, I'll be explaining about how many hydrogen bond acceptor and how many hydrogen bond donor should be present in a drug molecule for its activity. So now in this case, hydrogen bonding is very important, and this bonding is responsible for you can say protein secondary, tertiary, and the quaternary structure. Normally primary structure of protein is a linear structure, okay, like a tripeptide, dipeptide or pentapeptide. This is the primary structure. Secondary structure, when the protein get folds into the either alpha helix or beta pleated sheet. This also I'll discuss in my protein and amino acid chapter in that video. But as of now, the secondary, tertiary, and quaternary structure is contributed by hydrogen bonding, and even the double helical structure of DNA. Double helical structure of DNA, it is responsible by hydrogen bonding. The interaction, the hydrogen bonding between the two DNA base pair, like if you know that A, T and the C, G, these interactions are nothing but the intermolecular forces. They are not forming any chemical bonds. Okay. So after that we move to the van der Waals interaction. Is the next one, the van der Waals force. So now this